So for our next human lab, we found 3 brave viewers who wish they had a little more going on the upper deck. Take a look.
My coworkers tease me sometimes and say, just get some balloons. So I haven't gone that far yet. That's next.
My breasts look like flat pancakes.
I would rather look more like a woman, and right now I have the chest of a little girl.
God bless these women. So welcome back to our show, Dr. Keri Peterson. She's a great, great guest and good friend of our show.
Hi, everyone.
She's going to help us out today. You know, we're all having a chuckle here, but every woman I know feels self-conscious in one way or another about her bust.
I know, it's true. We all want what we don't have, and this is a booming industry when it comes to implants, when it comes to products. And just to give you some numbers, surgical breast augmentation has actually exceeded liposuction as the #1 cosmetic procedure in this country. And just in the past year, there's been 355,000 procedures of breast augmentation done. And women want them bigger than ever because the average...
750,000 boobs.
Yeah. And 3 times as big because women are actually requesting their implant size be 30% larger than it was even just a few years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they don't want just, like, these women are just looking for a little something, something. Women want a lot of something, something.
Yeah, they want a few cup sizes.
Okay, well, I'm dying to find out how our 3 brilliantly brave ladies did, especially the one with the domes. That's gotta hurt. Let's take a look. Let's check back in.
I have been using the breast enlargement hypnotherapy for a little over 3 months. I've used it at least 15 minutes every day. I did everything right listening to the CDs. So far, I haven't increased any bust size, but it has been relaxing.
I've been using the Zoft Breast Enhancement Gum for about 60 days now. I chew 2 to 6 pieces daily. After chewing it for a while, it becomes more gummy than most gums, and there's definitely an aftertaste and no results. If somebody really wanted to try the product, it's very easy to use, and I would certainly recommend it in that respect, and maybe their body would react differently than mine did.
I've been wearing the Brava system for 14 weeks, 10 hours a day, and I've seen a little bit of a difference, especially on top. Like, I feel like I have a little bit more fullness on top. The cleavage, I think, is there a little bit more. I would not continue to use the product because it changed my whole routine, my whole life routine, basically, because I had to wear it for the 10 hours.
Wow. So please welcome the 3 greatest women on the Eastern Seaboard at this moment in time. Sean, Danielle, and Adina are all here. We're going to start with Sean. Now, Sean, you tried the breast enlargement hypnosis. You said didn't really do so much for your bust size, but you enjoyed the relaxation and the excuse to take a nap.
Correct. Yes, I did. I had a reason to lay down for 15 minutes with no interruption because they knew I was, you know, committed to the hypnosis.
Yeah.
So it didn't increase my bust size, but it was a chance to relax. My husband had to listen to it too, so he kind of teased a little bit about, you know, him increasing his bust size. But it was fun. It was fun, you know, and
You got a husband that seems to have a good sense of humor.
Yes.
He clearly loves you, and 3 children later, who cares,
yes,
right?
That's true. Right.
He likes them.
Right. That's right.
So, Dr. Keri, what's the story behind this?
Okay, so as Sean described, hypnosis is just an ultra state of relaxation. It's almost like a meditation, and you're very open to suggestion when you're in this state, which is why it's actually very useful for behavioral changes. So, for example, quitting smoking or weight loss or even phobias. But
Gotcha.
there is one thing that I did like about these CDs, and it does have some element of self-improvement, because what it mentions is it tells you you feel good, you look good, and if you're open to suggestion, you may come out of the state actually feeling better. So that's good for self-image.
When you feel better, you sit up more and put the girls out there.
more
Maybe they'll
confident.
look bigger because you're walking straight.
Feeling good's looking good.
Now, the next one, the gum, Danielle tried the gum. I have to tell a funny story about the gum. When the producer was researching this particular human lab and developing the products that we would include in the human lab, she got in some of this gum, and it was sitting out on the desk. And so somebody took it and took like 6 pieces of the gum. And a few weeks later, the rest of the gum disappeared. So we were all scanning the offices for a man to all of a sudden come in with man boobs, or a girl to all of a sudden, you know, be wearing tighter sweaters or something. How did it work for you?
I was excited that the product may work. Very skeptical, because I figured, you know, women would be popping gum all over the country if it worked.
Yeah, we'd be gum chewing fools. I'd be pulling out all my crowns and everything. Yeah.
And unfortunately, it did not work for me. I'm hoping that, I mean, these ladies are lucky. They're already married, but now every man out there knows that I wear the padded bras. You just killed it for me, Rachel.
Well, I think you look great. I'm sorry the gum didn't work out so well for you. I do have a statement from Zoff, but I want Dr. Keri to speak to this. Is there anything special in this gum?
Well, there is. There are 13 herbs in it, and these herbs contain phytoestrogens. And what those are, they are plant-derived estrogens. They're about 1,000 times weaker than our natural estrogen.
Oh.
Yeah, and the natural estrogen, like what's in birth control, now that can work to increase breast size. But with this gum, with phytoestrogens, I have not found any data that shows that they have any significant response at all. Now, interestingly, soybeans, like edamame, have more phytoestrogens than this gum.
I love edamame. I'm going to start cooking with more edamame. Turn me into a hot mame. So, finally, Adina, she tried the Brava Breast Enhancement and Shaping System. I mean, honest to Christmas. 10 hours a day. 14 weeks. These feel like football helmets. They're heavy. God bless you.
Thank you.
I mean, really. Did you go out in public with these?
The first day that I got them, I did. I went out to a restaurant, because I mean, I did it during the day, and I was like, well, I might as well just keep it on for the 10 hours. But then after that, at that point, I just did it at night. I would put it on for the 10 hours, but I had to wait, of course, until the baby was asleep, because I couldn't hold her with these things on. And God forbid she woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, honey, go get the baby. I can't make her up
and
now.
he's like, you gotta be kidding me, right?
But
well,
yeah, it's a huge commitment.
I mean, what do you, here. Feel how heavy that
They're
is.
bulky, they're heavy, they're
Yeah,
cumbersome.
so what's the story behind this product?
Well, I have to say, of all the 3 products, this has the most compelling data.
Really?
Yeah, these were made by a plastic surgeon. And the premise behind their use is when they're attached to the breast tissue, they create this vacuum-like effect. It puts tension on the breast tissue, and that tension causes the cells to replicate, which actually increases breast size. Now, there have been 2 solid studies that have looked at these domes, or this system. And what they found is that if it was used exactly as Adina did, 10 hours a day for 14 weeks, that you can get about 1 droplet of water of growth per day to a maximum of about a half to 1 full cup size, which is 100 cc's, which looks about like that per breast.
So it does actually work if you have the time to commit.
Yes.
Now that costs $995.
Very expensive.
Let's think about how much it costs to get cut. How much does it cost? What's the ballpark for a going boob job these days?
Thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, it's major surgery, right?
It's major surgery. It has risks. I mean, so, you know, women may want to try this as a bridge, but I would just say manage your expectations, because, as you can see, it's not a tremendous piece of growth, and it is a huge time commitment.
Bottom line, what are your final thoughts?
I would say that beyond surgery, there's really not a whole lot of options for women. This system does tend to be somewhat effective, but as we mentioned, surgery does have risks. So I would just recommend to women, just be careful, do your homework, but really, above all, embrace the body that you have.
Yeah.
That's the
that's the bottom line. Embrace what you got. Thank you so much, Dr. Keri. Ladies, thank you. What a great human lab.